Right now at noon, authorities investigate the cause of a fire that burned a former industrial complex in Lamar, Missouri.
And we have rain chances in the forecast. We're going to talk about that coming up.
And runners in Carthage find a fun way to celebrate the 4th of July.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Missouri State Fire Marshal's office yesterday evening is investigating 2 unrelated incidents in southwest Missouri, a big industrial fire in Lamar and an explosion in Joplin. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Samantha Walker. We start with the explosion that rocked a Joplin neighborhood yesterday afternoon and sent at least 2 people to the hospital. The blast tore through a shed in the backyard of a home in the 2500 block of South Virginia Avenue around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Neighbors say the force shook windows up to 2 blocks away. 47-year-old Justin Rankin was rushed to the hospital where he later died due to his injuries. A juvenile female also sustained injuries and is currently listed in stable condition. Investigators from both the JPD and the State Fire Marshal's office have been talking with neighbors, trying to gather information. State investigators are also looking into a fire at a building of the former O'Sullivan Industrial Complex in Lamar, Missouri. KOAM's Anthony Saviello was there and reports on what's now considered a criminal investigation.
You can see smoke and flames still coming out of the structure behind me. What used to be known as the O'Sullivan building is now in ruins. Smoke billowing out hundreds of feet into the air and fire still consuming this structure. We spoke to City Administrator Rusty Rives and he tells us more about the criminal investigation ongoing into the cause of this fire.
Currently, the Missouri State Fire Marshal's Office and the Lamar Police Department are investigating any criminal activity that may have taken place. My understanding is, as of this morning, they do have 2 individuals detained for questioning. I have not received an update on their status.
Now, this building has a lot of history to it, and many businesses and companies were actually using this building for storage and warehousing. Much of the material inside was fiberglass material, is what we have been told. Now, we actually spoke to a gentleman who works here at the warehouse, and he was here when the fire broke out, and he tells us what exactly was going through his mind at that point in time.
In that moment, I'm a dad. These are my guys, you know. I've been with them for forever, and you know, I didn't want anything to happen to them. So my first instinct, you know, I guess my dad instincts kicked in. I was making sure I wanted to protect anybody I could, even if that meant, you know, risking my life or anything, or, you know, I just wanted to make sure everyone was safe. And, you know, because like I said, you know, this can be rebuilt.
Now, as of right now, we have no real further updates into the investigation into this fire, but it is important to note that anyone who is coming through this area just needs to stay safe and stay cautious. This is still an active crime scene and the structure is still burning. In Lamar, Missouri, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Law enforcement has not released any further information in regards to the criminal investigation. Now let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at weather.
Well, we've got temperatures that are going to be warming up into the upper 80s today. We've got about 86 right now, 89 by later this afternoon. We also have those isolated thunderstorm chances. So temperatures are going to continue to creep up into the 80s. We're about 85, 86 degrees. We're not seeing any pop-up thunderstorms just yet in our area, but you can see them starting to push into our far western counties and just outside of our area, even into Washington County as well. These are very small, very isolated storm chances, and they're non-severe. So this is what I'm talking about. Right here is a perfect example. That's what we're expecting to see over the next several hours. They're just these little windows, these little bubbles of storms. So they're just going to continue to move in from the south, mainly. Again, you can see how we've got a ton out to the west of us, but then more coming in from Arkansas. So those are going to continue to push in. This is now 4:30 on Friday. You can see Pineville, Cassville, and out towards Anderson, Neosho, into Joplin. Those continue to push through. By about 7:30, most of the rain is going to be out of our area, and we get to enjoy the rest of the night. But more rain coming. I'll have a full look coming up.
The Army Corps of Engineers and Safety Patrols predict packed lakes around the Ozarks and Arkansas through Sunday. Many of you will be heading to the water this holiday weekend, but there are things you can do to safely have fun. For starters, boaters should reduce their speeds and try to give other boats more room. Be sure you have a designated driver, and remember, everyone on the boat needs a properly fitting life jacket. Groups can also be proactive in staying safe by making an emergency plan that involves everyone on board.
Maybe even have a spotter on your boat letting you know where folks are. Table Rock, Beaver, Bull Shoals, all those lakes are going to be very packed. And they've all got high water right now too, so there is some debris floating around. So slow down even just a little bit more and watch out for that floating debris and watch out for each other.
A few other safety precautions: check the weather consistently while boating and make sure all lights on your boat work. Well, runners in Carthage got an early start to their 4th of July today. Today was the Red, White, and Boom Run at the Carthage Municipal Park, starting at 7 a.m. Most participants were decked in patriotic gear. It featured a 5K race with awards for male and female racers and the top 3 finishers in all age groups. Participants say the run is a great way to kick off their day of celebrations.
Boom, right? Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited about it. I can't think of a better way to get it started.
The first place finisher finished the Red, White, and Boom race in just under 17 minutes. The annual 5K helps raise funds for the Carthage cross-country team. If your 4th of July plans have you staying in the area, but you're looking for something to do, don't worry, we've got you covered. Simply scan this QR code on your screen and head over to KOAMnewsnow.com to check out a list of Independence Day events right here in our area. You can find great food, great live music, great family fun, and plenty of fireworks shows. Fireworks might be the first thing that come to mind, but some local nonprofits are hoping it will mean a boom for fundraising. We caught up with 2 of these groups in Nevada. The Speedway Fireworks Stand is raising money to rebuild a local Veterans Hall, and Joplin Water Garden Ministries is using its stand to help those without a home.
There are plenty of fireworks stands that people can purchase their fireworks from, but Military Fireworks partners with us on this campus only for this tent right here at 705 East 15th. So we tell folks it's the best place in town to get the best fireworks, but also know that you're going to support guys that are working to turn their lives around.
They do quite a bit and get out. They help our veterans in the nursing homes. Some of this money will go towards that to help birthday bags, Christmas bags, stuff like that for our veterans that are in the nursing homes as well.
It's not just fireworks. The stand at the Nevada Speedway will also have dollar hot dogs today. That fundraising will go directly to multiple nonprofit groups. Well, coming up, President Trump plans to celebrate the holiday with a big bill signing and more talks on the Russia and Ukraine war. And later, we're making firecracker burgers in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. This afternoon, President Trump is set to sign the massive spending bill Congress passed yesterday. The key piece of his legislative agenda calls for increased spending for border security and the military, but also makes changes to safety net programs, including Medicaid.
President Trump spoke with Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky Friday morning, hours after Kyiv was hit by a barrage of Russian drones and missiles. In a social media post, Zelensky said the 2 leaders discussed air defenses and agreed to work together to protect Ukraine's skies.
We count on continuation of American support.
Today's phone conversation comes after President Trump said no progress was made during his call Thursday with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
I'm very disappointed. Well, it's not, I'm just saying, I don't think he's looking to stop, and that's too bad.
While he expressed disappointment over the war in Ukraine, when it comes to his domestic agenda, the president is enjoying much more success. He's getting ready to sign the spending and budget package, one he calls the Big Beautiful Bill, here at the White House later today.
The motion is adopted.
President Trump celebrated the bill's passage at an event in Iowa Thursday night.
With this bill, every major promise I made to the people of Iowa in 2024 became a promise kept.
The bill increases spending for border security and the military and extends the 2017 Trump tax cuts, while also making cuts to the safety net programs such as SNAP, the Food Assistance Program, and Medicaid. The bill will also add more than $3 trillion to the deficit over 10 years, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. 2 House Republicans voted with all Democrats against the bill. Nicole Skenga, CBS News, the White House.
Still to come on KOAM News at Noon, Mr. Food.
Happy 4th of July. Do you need a last-minute idea that will carry you right through summer? If you do, then we've got it.
And we have possible rain chances in the forecast. I'll have a look coming up. Well, happy 4th of July. It is going to be a pretty good day. Let's go ahead and jump into our forecast. Now you can see our little fireworks are going to shoot off. Our temperatures getting up to 86 by noon, 89 by 5 p.m. and then back down to 79 by this evening, which is going to be nice. Get to enjoy the fireworks show and it won't be as hot. Now we do have isolated thunderstorm chances as we go through the rest of the day. And we're also going to be dealing with humidity. So high temperatures in the upper 80s, but we also have humidity that's going to drive up our heat index, which is what the temperature feels like outside, to the low 90s in the next hour. So it's about 1:30. And then getting later into the afternoon, it's going to be mid 90s, about 95 in Baxter Springs and Joplin, 96 out there in Grove, you can see. So it's going to be a really hot day in addition to our thunderstorm chances. And then back by this evening, you can see the heat index starts to drop as the sun goes down and humidity drops. Now, currently, we don't have any isolated thunderstorms in our area, but you can see how they're popping up out to the west of us. Now, those are what we're expecting, these very, very small, isolated, non-severe thunderstorms. You can see them out near Fort Smith, those guys. See Cushy, Guthrie, those are another little cluster of thunderstorms. So that's going to be what's moving into our area later on this evening, but it's not a severe threat and they're not long-lived. So we don't have a huge disruption or a worry for storms today, but it is going to be a little inconvenient as some of these storms might interrupt our festivities, outdoor festivities especially. Now taking a look at downtown Pittsburgh. It's a little breezy out there. We're seeing winds gusting 15 to even pushing up to 20 miles per hour out of the south. It's going to be hard to light a firework, as the KOAM crew saw this morning when we tried to do our morning fireworks. Now, again, rain chances. So that's going to be starting by about 2 p.m. We've got these isolated chances of rain most of the day, and then we're heading into the weekend where we're going to have more scattered thunderstorm chances on Saturday night and into early Sunday morning, along with some gusty winds. So let's go ahead and break it down. Now we've got those southerly winds. Again, there's still going to be gusting up to 15, 20 miles per hour through the afternoon on Friday. We've got those isolated thunderstorm chances. Once we get into Saturday, we're starting the morning off pretty okay. We might see some rain chances out in southeastern Kansas. A front tries to push through by mid-morning. It does retreat, and we see the remnants of that front just lingering around in the area. But by midnight and after midnight, 1 a.m. Sunday, you can see some thunderstorms pushing in along that front, that cold front. Some of these storms can be strong. Right now, we don't have a severe threat, but we do want to keep an eye on this as it continues to push further south. This is now 4:30 on Sunday morning, and it's hitting our Joplin metro by about 7 a.m., and then we'll continue to push out of the area. So again, right now, not a big threat for severe weather, but it's something that we're going to want to watch Saturday night and into Sunday morning. Then we return to pop-up thunderstorms, scattered storms, and random storms for the rest of the work week, with temperatures back into the low 90s next week. So consistent rain chances, warm temperatures, that's what we're going to be seeing. That's what our forecast consists of now that we're in July.
We've had, I feel like, a lot less, a lot worse 4th of July. So I'm counting this as a lucky one.
It's a win.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Well, stick around. We're making firecracker burgers in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Now, nothing says the 4th of July like a good burger, but Howard has a twist on the summer classic. We're making firecracker burgers in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Happy 4th of July. Today's a day when many of us wear something red, white, and blue. plan on watching fireworks, and of course, we grill out. Now, since there's still some time before all the festivities kick into high gear, we've got a last-minute burger idea that is holiday special. What we do is mix together some ground pork, breadcrumbs, an egg, and a few seasonings. After that's all mixed, we add in some chopped raw bacon. We found the best way to combine all this is by using our hands. Now, we divide this into 4 balls before shaping it into a burger. And a little tip, make an indentation in the center of each patty with your thumb. This way your burgers won't bulge up while they cook. Okay, right before they go on the grill, season with a little pepper. Now, unlike traditional beef burgers, you want to make sure these are cooked all the way through. And when you take these hot off the grill and serve them on toasted buttered buns, maybe topped with coleslaw, get ready for the fireworks to begin. I hope you'll go online right now because you still have some time to make these juicy firecracker burgers today. They're that easy. And at some point today, think about our forefathers who shaped our great country, allowing us to be independent and free. I'm Howard from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we're looking for a patriotic way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find that recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4 state market prices.
Well, we've got isolated thunderstorm chances today, very short-lived, non-severe, so not a big threat there, but scattered thunderstorm chances Saturday night and into Sunday morning.
Yeah, I know those storms are something, those little pop-up showers are things people are going to want to watch out for today, but I think, we won't put a total damper on the 4th of July celebrations.
I agree. I mean, a lot of us may not even see any rain at all, so it should still be a wonderful holiday, wonderful Independence Day. Happy birthday, America.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Lindsay. Well, coming up tonight at 5, seeking greener pastures and a summer job, so are sheep. Hear how they're getting to work on a solar farm, a deal benefiting the farmer, the solar panel company, and the landowner with summer savings. Plus, how an expungement clinic in Joplin is helping give some people a fresh start. And folks all across the 4 states are having fun this 4th of July. We'll have the details on those celebrations. Join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. That's the news for now. Thank you so much for joining us for KOAM News at noon. We hope you guys have a very fun and safe 4th of July celebrations. We know we will. We're going to have some sparklers and have some fun.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great afternoon.